Yeah, hi everyone. So today we are going to discuss about our next service, that is SNS service. So SNS means, like, if you go to the AWS management console, imagine you know how to log in into the AWS. Once you log in into the AWS, then there is a service like SNS, simple notification service. The main aim of this service is to send the notification for any incidents. That means your server is down, you need to get alert. Your database is down, you need to get alert. Your application is down, we need to get alert. So someone is deleted the file, team need to get alert. But we need to set up all these things for the customers. We need to set up all these alerts for the people whoever is working in our environment. Not only that, we will do some other jobs also based on the incident. We can perform some job as well. So that is the one more important thing. So now coming to here in SNS, this is very small service, but there is a lot of things we can do. Okay. So then coming to here, if you click on the SNS, it is taking you to that separate dashboard where you can manage the simple notification service. So in this, there is a two things mostly we need to discuss. One is the topic, the second one is the subscription. In this topic, we are going to create the topic who need to receive the alert. And one more important thing is this SNS is the SNS notification is the region specific. If you see, like if you log in into this session, you can see there is a region specific. That means if you create a one topic in Virginia, so it is available in only Virginia region. So like that region specific. So that means, like, see, for example, I want to create a topic for server monitoring. I want to create a topic for database monitoring, storage monitoring, some billing monitoring. So if bill is more than $10 or bill is more than $100, you need to get the alert. So like for every purpose, we are going to create the topic here. If you go to the topic, very easy, create topic, then there is a first in, first out service, otherwise standard. You can go with anyone. So I will see the difference. So here, if you go to the standard, we are just creating the topic here, like EC2 monitor. So that means like server monitor. EC2, I already explained what is EC2. So that the just EC2 is the service in AWS that is server related service. Just imagine, okay, you want to monitor your server in AWS. The server is down, team need to get alert. Server is CPU 90%, team need to get alert. Like that, we are creating the, like that, we can create the, so one name. So while creating the topic, this topic is that data, whatever the data going with the like, see, alerts are generated by monitoring tool and it is going through your mail. In the meantime, your data should be encrypted. If you want, you can encrypt, but we will discuss about encryption later on. And also you can enable the some access policy, specific people need to receive like that. And delivery policy, suppose it is trying to deliver the data. So if it is, suppose that time your mobile is switched off or something, so how many times it need to try, and how many try, like, minimum delay how much, like maximum delay how much, like for example some options I will explain it. So like some delivery logging, like if you once they received, you'll get alert like that. So the total aim of this SNS topic is, SNS is like, see, for example, this is the SNS service. This SNS service will do SNS service. So it is taking the input from your server, input from database, application, storage, like so many inputs. These are all generating the input. So your bill is $90. You need to receive the alert from the SNS topic. So it will send the notification to your email ID. Your email ID, it may be your mobile, it may be you can send it to some monitoring system, you can send it to some API, you can send it to some program, you can do call some other service like using Lambda function and all. So that means SNS is the main component, will receive the alert from various services in AWS and sending the output to various endpoints like mobile, email, and program, like multiple things. So this is the SNS. Now we are talking about in SNS. In SNS, we can do two things. One is the topic and the subscription. Topic will give you what name you want to receive and all. That topic is assigned to the resource and sending to this. So the topics are in between the services and as well as endpoints. So now we are creating the topics for server related, database related and all. Before proceeding, any questions here about what is SNS, simple notification service, what exactly it is? This is the service in AWS. It is the service in AWS. This service will send the notification. So based on the input. So it is kind of alerting mechanism. And it is sending the mail and the email or phone number, or it is sending alert to phone, or different endpoints we have. Different endpoints we have. So that is the one more important. Now coming to here, there is a two things we need to discuss: endpoint, sorry, topic and subscription. So before proceeding, any questions, anyone?
Yeah, hi Reddy, Muhammad Gauss here.
Yeah.
So our SNS service is getting the data from the service like S3 or EC2 and monitoring. If any alert, it will send it to the recipient in the form like SMS or email. So
Yes.
in that case, we are having any SNS plugin at SNS plugin or SNS agent to be activated at EC2 or S3 or some other service where we need to do monitor and send the email events.
That we are not yet to define. We are just trying to create the topics first. Then input I will explain. Yeah. But you understand what it is doing, right? Up to now?
Yes, yes, ready. Yes.
Yeah. So in this, like, first let me create the one topic, one or two topic. Creating topic is very easy. That's all. You created the topic. And the second thing is, I am creating one more, like, for my storage. If someone delete my files, I need to get alert. I means, like, here we are as a AWS administrator, we are setting up these alerts for the customer. Suppose, imagine, Gauss, you are the database guy. You need a one monitoring alert. So in case if your DB mon, in case your database is down, you need to get alert. So I can say, like, I can create the name DB MONITOR, any name. So you will receive the alert in case your database is down. You need to get alert. These alerts should be set up by our like AWS admin team. You got this point, right?
And the name would be DB monitor.
Yes.
Whenever the alert will receive, we will receive the alert. It will be the name of DB monitor.
Yes, the input and output we are not yet set. For example, this name, you need to receive the name like that. So just we'll come back to the again, like, what is input, where to give the input. So we are talking about, we are creating one database DBMon topic here. We need to set it up, this part, as well as where to go the output. That we will set it up in a minute. First, we are just creating one alertings here. That's all. So in the same way, like, now you are very clear about what is topic, why we need topic, how to create the topic. There is a two ways to create the topic, F5, F4, first in, first out, otherwise standard. So we are proceeding with standard at this time. S3, we are giving S3 monitor. Suppose your storage monitoring team wants to S3 monitor monitor. So create the topic. For creating topic, you understand, I think it's very easy. If anyone not clear about creating topic, let me know. If you don't want to delete the topic, that's all. So now here the most important point is we need to subscribe. So before going to subscribe, any questions, anyone?
No, sir, it's clear.
Clear, right? So now the subscription means subscription is like learning one or two things is different, but in company there is a lot of things here. So here subscription means if you go to the subscription, so you are subscribing for a database or a server or whatever the purpose. Suppose there is a database team is asking, like here the protocol is the most important, the subscription is the most important. That means we are talking about SNS. From SNS, if some alert is received to some alert is received to database related, then where to send. Where to send means this is the protocol. This protocol, how to configure this source to here is I will explain. But imagine, so imagine you already subscribed, you already created the topic you want to set for any of the database or whatever it is. But what is the where to go this out, where to send this output? So that output is the protocol. Like if you go here, you can see many things: email notification, SMS, website, or HTTP. Here we have lot of endpoints. You can run some program also. This program will give you the actual output also. Like we have multiple things here. So if I go to the email subscription, here I can give my email subscription, for example. So if I go to the kvreddy@gmail.com, should receive the alert in case my database is rebooted, my database snapshot is completed, my database backup is completed, my database is down, like whatever reason. The reason we will give you the input, but once we receive that, this person should receive the alert, like that we are set up the alert. Not only email, some person need to receive the SMS also. Some person need to receive the HTTP. This output should go to the HTTP, like email, not email, like website. It is redirecting to website also. Like many endpoints. We have many endpoints. So clear, like, select this. You guys are clear, right? So email subscription. Then I'm going to KB. Yeah, this is the kvreddy@gmail.com will receive the alert based on this. So now if I go to the topics, this topic has one subscription. If you go to the subscriptions, it is showing pending. So to enable this, we need to go to the mail and you need to confirm for that subscription. In our company, we usually give our company DL, distribution list. So if you go here, you can see there is a DB mod, AWS subscription confirmation. Confirm. That's all. So now you can see there is a, like, instead of pending for confirmation, you can see there is a one ARN number. So this is confirmed. This is the source, I mean destination. We will give you the source also. Like you can subscribe so many mails, like someone, the server team, Linux team, need to receive the alerts if their Linux server is down. So we need to subscribe for this. So just to go there, create subscription, and what kind of subscription you want. So as of now, we will go with email because the system administrator always sending the notifications only. So then who need to receive the alerts corresponding to this server. So this is the way how we can define the subscriptions. Now the two subscriptions are there. If I go here and subscribe, then you are all set. So you can confirm subscription. So look like the second subscription is EC2, right? EC2 subscription. So you can subscribe for that. That's all. You are all set. You subscribed for the both the things. So once you understand this, then the source part. Before going to source, any questions here about what is topic, what is subscription and all? Anyone, any confusion? If you want, I will confirm one more subscription also. Create subscription. You can send the SMS also to a mobile. So you can define whatever the mobile subscription here, add number, and you can go with the 646. So USA, United States, then 64622666303. So we just need to add number. Maybe this number is not allowing because this is like a mobile, I think. Look like SMS sandbox. Okay, so let me go with the normal one. Otherwise, we'll discuss about the phone subscription. We'll go with the mobile, create. Your storage is, someone delete the files from the storage, they need to receive the alert. You can give any mail ID. But in company, it is going to be a distribution list, like that whole team need to receive the alert, right? So now the subscriptions are ready. 3 subscriptions are ready. It is pending. So I need to go here again and I need to subscribe S3. So I need to go here and S3 related, S3 monitor, then confirm. So we are all set. So then coming to topic ready, subscriptions ready. Then what is the source of, the source is like database or application or anything. We'll talk about that. And also in subscription, many things are there. That also I will explain in few minutes. That means like this is the most important. Like you want to send a queuing system, you want to send a mail, that we understand. You want to send it to some JSON script. You want to call a program based on the input, based on the suppose there is a one program, it is taking the backup. That backup program is failed, monitored by the monitoring tool. That monitoring tool is sending the alert to SNS. That SNS will call a program. SNS will call a program. That program will restart the backup. So those are the some scenarios we can go with the endpoints like lambda and all. So I will explain again. Imagine there is a server backup going on, or snapshot is going on, or something. So in between it is failed. That should be monitored by monitoring tool, that is CloudWatch, that I will explain maybe tomorrow. This CloudWatch is monitored and it is sending sending notification to SNS. In SNS, they subscribed to a endpoint called some Java program using Lambda function. That program will restart the backups. So like many scenarios are there, but at least we just need to understand it is not only mail. Along with mail, there is some other services as well. Yeah, please go ahead.
So, Reddy, can we say this whole process, what you explained now, can we say it is auto healing? Can we name it
Yeah,
as
so yeah, for example, I'm telling like here, yeah, these are the one sample example. So many scenarios are there. The main aim of SNS is not only sending mails, it will do some other job based on the program what you feed as a the endpoint, the protocol. So we just need to understand that point. So we'll talk about that. Okay. So then coming to you understand this, right?
The protocol means the program in which the notification is being received.
Yeah, protocol is the endpoint subscription. This endpoint subscription has many things I want to explain here. It has not only email, along with email, you want to send the SMS also possible. You want to run the some program using some Lambda function. So Lambda function is written in the Java or .NET or any like Python or anything. There is a one you can call a program to run something. That's something we are not sure at this point because based on the input what you want to do. Suppose my server is down, then the system administrator like Gauss is the Linux administrator in AWS. He is asking us to set up the alert for my server is down, I need to get alert. Suppose his snapshot is failed, then we need to reinitiate the snapshot. So the reinitiation of the snapshot is done by some other program. That program is coming to through the Lambda. You understand? So yeah, at this point, we don't have any program, we don't have any snapshots, we don't have any failures and all. So, but we need to ask them, hey, give me the program to set it. So they need to provide the source side. They need to provide these endpoints, and we just copy paste that endpoints, and we can use that. You understand? As a
Yes.
AWS administrator,
Okay.
if
So,
you are the next level, otherwise you are working the complete project, then you may need to write this program also. That depends on what profile we are in company. So you understand this, right?
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, so Reddy sir, one quick question. Uh,
Mhm.
can we have more than one protocol? Like,
Yes,
just
yes, we can more subscriptions you can provide for the same topic. Yes, this is the topic we already subscribed for one. You can
right.
create one more SMSs also, for example.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, because whatever action it is taking, but ultimately we need to receive some kind of alert through email or SMS, right? That has been successfully restarted or taken care of.
Exactly.
Got it.
So definitely we need the topic also. So now coming to the source side. If you go to the source side, like we understand the topic, we understand once we receive the any alert, where to go, what are the different options like mail, Lambda function, or mobile alert, or some queuing system, and so many things are there. These are very useful in companies because of these days. Nowadays there is a many companies are implementing these advertisings and all, right? The advertisings and all, they are going through this queuing system. So this is also one more important. Now coming to the input, from where you are getting the input for this SNS. So the input is coming from the various services. So don't try to understand the service now. For example, in case my storage is down. That means my storage is deleted by someone. My files are deleted by someone. Otherwise, you are expecting every day one file. Once the file is reached, that like invoices example, you are expecting a invoice from the bank. Once the invoice received, so you need to get the business people need to get alert. So like alert is going through SNS and it from there to subscription. So for that you need to define here in the storage side. Don't try to understand this. This we will discuss later on. But imagine, okay, there is a source. The source is the service. It is sending the notification to. It is sending the notification to SNS like that. So if you go here, like somewhere notification is here. Can you see this notification? Create notification. While creating notification, you can say test notification or anything. So Here you are expecting put file, post, copy or multiple. Suppose permanently if someone is deleted the file, okay. Otherwise you initiated the backup, and once backup is initiated, you need to get alert. Backup completed, you need to get alert. So that these are all are the different alerts. Then what need to do? The destination is, this is the topic we will discuss about in S3. Don't worry. Here only your focus is, okay, there is a one place we can use our SNS. We can use our SNS topic which we created in S3. Can you see this? S3. So once the, like if someone is deleted these files, so if the restore is completed or someone is deleted, leave about this. If someone is deleted the file, then SNS topic will receive the alert about that, and it is sending to the subscription. So this is the way how the source is allowing you to send the notification. So this is the one example. You understand, right? Where it is enabling the input for our SNS. For example, one more example, server. In case my server is EC2 means server in AWS. In case in EC2 also, in case if there is a one server, the server is down, then you need to get alert. That server is down, you need to get alert. That means whenever you create the server, don't try to understand how to create server and all. This is we are going to discuss in next week. But at this time, just there is a, while deploying the server, you can enable the monitoring. That monitoring will give you the facility. See, next. Don't try to understand next. Not next. Here there is a one place you are just enabling the monitoring. So once you enable the monitoring and your system is monitored by monitoring tool, and it is going to send the notification to SNS. That SNS notification we need to enable. Here there is a manage monitoring. Then you need to go with enable. Yes, it is enabled already. So then once it is enabled, right? So you need to create a some you need to create a 1 second. Yeah, you need to create a, it is still creating actually, that's why it is not enabled. So once it is created, your CPU utilization is 90%, you need to get alert. Your memory utilization is 90%, you need to get alert. Like this, for all these things you need to create a, you need to create a dashboard. So you need to create an alert. So these alerts, if you go here, then you can go to the monitoring tool. You can go to the monitoring tool, and from monitoring tool you need to enable. Once it is enabled, then my monitoring tool, there is a cloud watch. So there is a cloud watch is the monitoring tool in AWS ELO. So I just created the server and enabled the monitoring, and my monitoring cloud watch, my CloudWatch is the monitoring tool in AWS that we will discuss tomorrow. Okay. So my monitoring system is monitoring the server. In case my server CPU utilization is 90%, my server memory utilization is 90%. So like you need to create alarm. That alarm is saying like selecting the alarm. So my server, in case if my server is down, if my server CPU utilization is 90%. So in case my server CPU utilization is 90%, here there is a lot of matrices. About these matrices we will discuss tomorrow, but at this time we are just focusing on SNS, like where to get the notification system and all. So here we are selecting the CPU. Actually, I'm looking for the CPU. In case CPU utilization is 90%, so CPU credit usage, suppose. In case CPU utilization is 90%, then we need to do what we need to do. Select the monitoring. In this monitoring, you can see one place, there is a one place, like if it is more than 90% or 60%, then what need to do? We need to send the notification. We need to send the notification here. So the notification is the SNS topic. So my server related topic, we already created this SNS topic in SNS. Then we are sending this notification to this topic. The topic already subscribed to some notification system, like some subscription, so they will receive the alerts. It is also giving you the same thing. So like we can define like so many things here. Okay, so at least outline we are trying to understand like where to get the these notifications and all. So this is the second example. Everywhere, every service is sending the alert. Like for example, if you go to the database side, RDS, right? If you enable the database, in case someone is deleted the database, someone's database is rebooted, or server is rebooted. So for every incident, you want to receive the alert, not you, the team, like whoever is managing the respective service, that service, that for example, there is a database team need to receive the alert in case this database is down. So there is a one database here. So this is the database running. Suppose in case this database is rebooted, we need to get the event subscription. Create subscription to suppose DB, anything. You can DB alert. So you can say any name. So the target is the new topic or existing topic. The topic is database. So for what purpose? The source is my database related anything. So my snapshot is completed, database instance related. Database instance means all instances, all events, anything. Just send the notification, that's all. So now there is no notification here, right? There is no notification as of now. There is a one notification. I just set up the database related, so that it is giving. So now database alerts are ready. Suppose in case one day the database is rebooted. So if I go to the database and go here and start and reboot the database. So I'm rebooting the database now. Now we are almost there. You will receive the alert about the database rebooted like that. So that way we define the alerts actually. So I hope you guys are understanding the SNS topic, like how to set up the database alerts and all we will discuss later on. But these alerts and how database is managing, how we are managing the databases in AWS and taking snapshots, migrations, we will discuss many things here. But at this time, this is not our topic. Our topic is, okay, there is a source for your alerts. So for each service, the service is giving the input for your this thing. So now if you can see, there is a database related alerts are there. Okay, so notification event, right? Database, this thing. So let's see. So now it is reached. See, you got the instance is DB instance database. It is restarted. Can you see this? So you can see the alert like that. So whatever the incident, see, just now we receive the alert about the database is shut down. So like that, every alerts, we can see the alerts from the, because the flow you understand, right? So the database is, in database, we created a alert saying, in case my database is down, send the alert to SNS topic. The topic name is a dbmon topic. We define the dbmon topic. So if you remember this dbmon topic, so we define the go send it to dbmon topic. That means like we created a topic, we created a event subscription. So in case in my database is rebooted, send the topic to dbmon from SNS. Okay. So from dbmon, we already defined the subscription is my mail ID. Okay, we did the mail ID. So in company, it is the you can if you subscribe for mobile also, he will receive the alert saying that hey, your database is down. You can if you redirect this output to monitoring tool, that monitoring tool is saying like your database is down with alert, and if this is sending to ticketing system like this Jira or anything. So that is the place where the DevOps be coming into the picture. These alerts, our job is just to redirect to that S3 or any one specific endpoint. So then the DevOps people will create and they will redirect these alerts to monitoring tool. Then the monitoring tool or the ticketing system also. The ticketing system will create automatically one ticket and sending the ticket to team also. So like our job is just setting alert, but later on like the DevOps people will do a lot of things here. So now you are very clear about what is SNS, why do we need SNS, how SNS is working, and where we are enabling SNS and how everything is in SNS related thing. So now in SNS, there is two things mainly. If you go to the dashboard, you can see topics and what are the top subscriptions you have. And here, as of now, we need to understand two things like topic as well as subscription. So you understand what is topic, you understand how to create a topic, how to delete a topic. If you go to the topic, how to understand this whole topic related information, like subscriptions and policy, like what kind of policy. You can clearly see this policy. If you remember last week we discussed about IAM policy. This policy you can write like how you want to list out or publish and everything. So then but it is not required. So delivery status, delivery policy means that time if something minimum number of time, maximum time and all you can define. While creating you defined all these things. Okay. So do you want encrypting the data? So encryption we will discuss later on, like we have different encryption, server side encryption, client side encryption. So we need to discuss a lot here, okay? And the tags also, right? Tag is just comment to understand what kind of uh, topic this is, like that. Then subscription, if you go to the subscription also same thing, like you can go here and you can, if you don't want, you can delete, you can edit anytime. These are all normal things, okay? So you can just spend some time on just topic, and otherwise while creating the topic also you understand all these points, right? So while creating topic, while creating subscription, while creating topic, the first in first out and standard, it just you can just explore here best in message ordering. So at least once message delivered, at least once message delivered, and high throughput and queuing. This is the most important. If you create using this, you can send it these topics and all. So this is high throughput up to 300 publishers per second, and queuing system subscription is available. And this is just like some other mechanism in backend they will use, but our job is, so our team is asking, like whoever is need that subscription, they will ask what kind of subscription they want, like first in first out or standard. So like in first in first out, in only the protocol subscription is SQS system. But whereas in standard you can go with Lambda, HTTP, SMS, email, and all the subscriptions. Usually we do this standard because we are sending all alerts also. Sometimes the advertisings and all that first in first out, if they are going to this kind of subscriptions. So that is the one more thing. The pricing model, if you search a pricing model, every pricing model in AWS, every pricing model is same story. Just aws.amazon.com/sns/pricing. Yesterday we discussed like aws.amazon.com CloudWatch, cloud trial pricing. So like S3 pricing, EC2 pricing, server pricing. So like each one is You just need to add your service/pricing. You can understand the corresponding service, what are the charges, how they are charging and all. You can clearly understand the charging also. Prices, the charging means prices, like how they are charging for the topic, each topic wise, how much they are charging. You can do a number of practices, because this is completely free up to lot of 1 million notifications you will get free. So you can do a number of practices, no issue. So only thing is like first in first out, and topic prices are little more, and worldwide SMSs charges are different, and data transfer I already explained if you yesterday. So what is the charge for in, what is the charge for data in?
For
Any
data in no charges, right?
there
No
is no,
charge.
that's what we need. We
There
need to
is
have
no
complete
charge for data in.
confidence. Yeah, so there is no charge for the data in AWS. Everywhere there is no data charges, data transfer charges, that is bandwidth utilization charges for this. If you take out that data, like from this, so whatever the data is coming here that you want to integrate with on-premises monitoring tool or something, and if it is like 9 TB, something like that. So this is 0.09 per GB, 0.09 cents per GB. So for company point of view, this is not really big deal. Maybe $100, $200, $500 for whole year, whole month maybe, not even. Okay. So that is the standard topic, data transfer and SMS and all. The pricing model, just you can go with this pricing model. You can understand. That is the, I hope everyone understand what is pricing model and all. So any questions here before going to, this is not like this SMS we already understand, but this is not from our side. This is only some people like the Android developers and these people, they can able to use this option, like they need the Android iOS or whatever the they need to write some programs or something. I don't know what they will do. So they will send iOS certificate and a lot of things are there. So, but this is not related to us. So the developers can use these options to develop their mobile applications to send the notification from this bulk messages kind of stuff. Okay, just you can spend some time if you want to explore. Otherwise, I will explain. But definitely, this is not related to our AWS administration. I told you, right? Like each service is handled by many people. This AWS is not for only AWS administrator. This AWS is for entire IT software. So here there is a many things like databases, analytics, big data, and machine learning, and robotics, satellite services, and storage services, and every IT services are here. So we are managing only admin related stuff. So that is about the SNS and SNS pricing and everything. So please go ahead. Any questions here about SNS? This is also tiny service. Like some services are small, like SNS and CloudWatch and CloudTrail. CloudWatch also little bit big. Tomorrow I will explain about CloudWatch. Just to go through the video from previous batch. So, and the CloudWatch will set up the notifications also, and CloudWatch will do some automation as well, like taking snapshots of volumes, taking snapshot of images and server images and all. On databases also we can set it, like I will show you many. So, but at least you can just go through that video. And anyone, any questions about anyone, any questions about this SNS topic? It's very easy. Just spend some time. Okay.
Venkat,
Yeah.
one doubt regarding the CloudTrail.
Mm-hmm.
The CloudTrail logs will be
forwarding to S3, right? That will also be transfer. I mean, like chargeable or how?
Cloud Trail logs are
Yes,
storing in AWS S3. So how
S3.
much data based on the transfer charges are not there, but the
Okay.
size, like if you are uploading every day and there is a 5 GB is free, up to 5 GB is free. After 5 GB, so if the data is going, definitely for each GB you need to pay for that. So how much it is, how can you say, like how can you check how much they are charging? Same, any service, just S3 slash PRICING pricing. So whatever the service you want, how much they are charging and all, you just go to the service charges and then you can explore here. So see, it depends on storage 0.023 cents per one storage, and there is a low end storage also 0.0009 storage, like 0.00099 per GB. So it's very less. You can do that as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
It means like from
So
S3 again, we are downloading to our local TP or something means
that,
again it will be like
then
chargeable
you
again.
need to pay. Then you need to pay for that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So that is the one more thing. So I hope everyone understand. Okay, we will discuss tomorrow. Any questions here? Anyone? Thanks everyone. Yeah.
This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah. Please go ahead and explain what are the tools, IT tools in any company. If you go to the any company, what are the IT tools we are using?
Okay. So IT tools, first of all, it's important to know that for what purpose we are using the IT tools. So there could be different scenarios, like if we are working on any application, or for designing, if we are designing any software, so we have different tools to design a particular software. It could be in Java or Python or any programming language. And like how we are connecting to the servers to communicate with the server, we have different tools. Like in this course, as we know that we are working on like AWS, Azure, so it is the tool through which we are trying to communicate with the server. So these are all the kinds of the tools that information
Yeah, you
the
can share your screen and show to the screen, or in case. Otherwise, I will share and I will give the control to you as well. You want to write something or like that?
No, it's general. I'm telling in general
Yeah.
that.
So general means, yeah, I'm giving you the drawing also. You can take into, yeah. Can you try to draw?
Okay. No, I'm not able to draw anything.
Hmm, yellow to draw.
Whatever, like I know about about two or three tools, which is the C cleaner, the code pan.
No, the tools means like, see, for example, imagine one new person join in any company. And he is going to office today morning. Once he enter into the gate, from there, while coming out, like he is using many tools, right? So we need to understand what are those tools. For example, first he is going to swipe his card. So then
Okay.
he is going to office and he's open his desktop, and then what is the tool he's using there? Like the mailing system. What is the mailing system? So that is the one example. You understand what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
okay.
mailing system. After that, he connected to client VPN. So the second term is VPN. So then he is connecting to start his job. Like what are the tickets are there? That's so ticketing system. So like he need to do something like once he start his job, and he is using some other tools like to communication purpose, like what is the tool are you using for communication purpose?
Yeah, it's Oracle Service Cloud. I'm currently which
Yeah, okay, that is where, right? So Most of the people like team. What is that tool? I'm using daily, but I forgot. See. So what is that tool? Teams.
Teams, yeah.
Yeah, Teams, and I used something um, different tools we have, like IBM tool we have, Fuse we have, some Fuse is the one tool. So one tools like just you are understanding our aim, right? So they need to understand the tools related. Oh, there is a lot of tools we are working along with our job. So like the Teams, Fuse, ticketing system, VPN, and some other like monitoring system also.
Mhm. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So, if we talk about this particular scenario, like every company has a different set of tools for their business purposes. So, if I talk about my own company in which I'm working, the tool the company use it is OSC. So, through that particular tool, we use to communicate with the customers, and we communicate with the customers, we resolve their queries. So and before that we need to like log into our mail, and definitely we need to connect to the VPN as well. VPN is the virtual private network through which we are connected to the server which is in the company, to that location, so that the server could recognize us. And after that, once we are connected to that server, now we have to open the tool on which we going to work, which on which we will going to communicate with the customers. As I told you that it is OSC. So these all tools, and after that, to to make daily communication for official work, we have our uh, mail ID created on Yahoo. So through that, we used to communicate for official work within the organization. And of course, and before that, once we log into the tool that is OSC, we have a list of you can say ticket, or we have a list of cases. We have a set of cases on which we have to work. We look into the customer's issue, and then we have to give the resolution accordingly. So this is so every company has a different tool. If it is a software company, they have a different set of platform on which, like if it is a software testing company, so they will have their own set of tools. They will have their own set of softwares on which they will going to perform the testing. Is this Professor? Is this what we are talking about? Hello.
Yes, yes. Hello.
Yes. So is this what you are talking about?
Yes. The tools, like just in general, like we are already in company, so we know at least, okay, once we start in company, once we go to the company, we know how to start and where to open and what is the tools, how the tools working and all. But the people, so the people, like who is attending in this, some of them are like they had never worked in companies, they just learning, and after that they are just adding 3 to 4 years of experience and they are going to a company. Then they will get full confusion about tools, like they are asking, okay, can you open, the manager or someone, what they will say, okay, hey, configure your ticketing system. Then these guys are thinking, what is configuring, what is ticketing system, how ticketing system is working, how to log in, and all confusion, right? Because they never heard even that word. So now we need to highlight these terminologies, like, just every day 10-15 minutes in general, like this is all environment related stuff I'm giving every day. This is the actual cream. The knowledge everyone can get, but this is the actual things we need to understand actually.
So
Suppose
like
imagine there is a monitoring system in your company. What is monitoring system? How monitoring system is working? What is your job in monitoring system? And what are the monitoring systems usually in companies? and what are the measure, like, people are using, like just outline 5 to 10 points. You understand? We are not working, but we need to know, there is a monitoring system in our company, because our
So
systems are monitored by those tools, just like
yes,
in
so
AWS CloudWatch. Yeah,
correct.
yeah,
So these days, I've seen like every company, since it is a work from home scenario, every company is providing their own systems, which on which we are working. They have implemented some settings on the system, so through which whatever activity we are doing on our system is being tracked by the organization. So it is monitored that what all activities we are doing, and during the official hours, during the office hours, that how we are performing, and what all tasks we are doing on that particular system. They can track those activities through IP address, and like the tool OSC, it is the tool which is supported by Oracle, and uh, apart from this, this is the monitoring tool, of course, and the thing also, like when the agents who are working in the organization, when they enter the organization, they need to swipe uh, their cards to mark their attendance, to record that whosoever is present on that particular day, and it's all from my side.
yeah. So just like that. So anyone, any clue about some tools? What is VPN? So how VPN is working? Just one topic, VPN related.
So
We know
VPN,
we no need to configure anything here. We need to understand. The people should understand what is VPN. One word, like virtual private network. Why
yeah.
we need? Yeah, like that.
Okay, so I would like to tell a virtual private network. It's it is the network. It is another network through which we are communicating. More, if I explain it more, yeah. So it is the virtual private network is the private network which is shared across a public network and allows users to send and receive data across public network. So simply, if we define it VPN in simple terms, it is the private network, right? And through that private network, we are sharing, the users are sending or receiving the data, right? So the private network is created, and on that private network, the users are sending or receiving the data across the public network, right? So as devices were connected to the private network, so devices are being connected to the private network which we had created, and through that private network, the files, the users are sharing their data or the files on the public network.
Yeah. So the VPN means, see, for example, so this is Citibank, right? So in USA, you are working for one company. You are working for one company that is running from India. So one second. Yeah. So you are working for one company, that is Citibank. See, this is Citibank, USA. So you are working for this client from India, TCS. For example, TCS is the company you are working for.
According to Wikipedia, Tata Consultancy Services is an Indian multinational
Alexa, stop it. So TCS is the company. You are working for TCS. So you are working from home, for example. You are working from home. So you are working from home, that is work from home, right? So you are at home and you take the internet from some nearest internet provider. They will give you one IP address to your laptop. They will give you one IP address to your laptop. So you can do two ways. You can go to the TCS to work with Citibank, option number one. Option number two, directly go to the TCS from your laptop and you can work for Citibank. But most of the time, the company never allow this kind of access. That depends on, sometimes clients will allow, sometimes not. So then you need to connect to TCS from your home first. For that, there is a virtual private network. So they will give you they will install one software in your laptop. You need to click on that and you need to provide the username, password provided by the TCS on your tool. Then temporarily you are going out of from this internet IP. You will get one new IP address from the TCS into your laptop. New IP address itself is changing. You'll get the new IP address to your laptop. That means physically you are in your home, but virtually, really you are physically you are in home, but really you are in TCS company. Your server, your desktop is in TCS network. TCS can monitor everything from your laptop now. Once you connect it, everything is recorded. Everything, they know what you are doing. Whether you are working or not, also they can monitor. Sometimes people are thinking like, how they can monitor and all. They will say
Private
that
network. This is
they have
private.
everything, right?
This is the private network.
Yeah. So they will do everything. So that's why, yeah. So that is the one thing. From here, again, this Citibank is giving you one more VPN. You need to connect to that VPN to enter into this network. The same way, like you are in virtually, you are physically you are at home, virtually you reach to Citibank, I mean TCS. From TCS to you reach to USA now. That means even this is bypassing this IP address, and this IP address is assigned to your laptop. Different IP, that means like different network. It is going to the different network. So this VPN and all provided by our company network team, you don't worry about that. At least outline how we are working. How we are working with VPN. VPN is going through this. Finally, this is the big process we are managing. So we need to understand this whole structure.
This is the that the person who is working from home. He has got the private network, and the Citibank is on the, like you can say, it is on the public network. So that the person who is working from home can communicate with the Citibank on, which is on the public network.
Yeah. So because they are going through internet, so definitely it should be under VPN so that it is secure, the connection is secure, and people can able to access like that. So anyone, any questions here? So that,
Also VPN is secure. VPN is secure because it is the private network, and the others we have on the cloud, on the internet, which is on the definitely be on the public network. So VPN is more secure than
Yeah. So that is the VPN related. Just outline. You understand the complete picture, right? So we need to understand at least one topic, right, daily, like how the environment working and all. That is our main aim of this real-time session, actually. So the placement batch means like we need to understand the tools also. Now, can someone repeat outline like the CloudWatch? Just outline. I mean, Cloud Trial, not Trial. Cloud. I mean SNS.
SNS.
Otherwise,
It
you
is
can do. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
yeah. SNS is just the encryption, like
Simple notification service.
the simple notification that
Service.
whatever the activity is happening on the AWS account, we will be notified about the same through SMS or through email. Whatever the things we have set
Mhm.
as the that profile, I think. What was that word? What was that? What was that profile or what? It starts from protocol, I think.
Yeah, protocol.
Protocol.
Yeah, based on the protocol, it will work.
Yes.
So that is the one. And here there is two things, right? What are the two things? Topics and subscription. What are the different subscription protocols? Like mail. Tomorrow just go through this, and tomorrow I will ask the questions. Okay?
Mail, SMS, HTTP,
Yeah.
HTTPS, mobile
What are
alerts.
yeah? What are the sources for topic?
FIFO and standards.
Yeah. So that is the one more important.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's all. I think we are good. So any questions, anyone? Yeah. So that's all I think for now. So thanks everyone then. We'll meet you tomorrow.